All right. What are we thinking here? Vortox, maybe? Haven't done a good Vortox in a while. We do get 3 minions, 0 outsiders. I think maybe we throw in a twin Cernose Pit Hag? Maybe? Or maybe a Witch Cernose Pit Hag? 9 Townsfolk. Let's throw in a Snake Charmer. Get a Clockmaker. Juggler, Oracle. Artist. Sage. Towncrier. Mathematician. And Seamstress. We'll throw out our bluffs as probably like we'll do probably like Dreamer, Flower Girl, Philosopher. Yeah, I think I'm cool with the setup. Bam. Lewis, our demon again. Mina, our witch. Lynn, our Cerenovus. Connor, our pit hag. Not too bad. Yeah, Dreamer. Flower Girl. We could do Savant. Lewis could go Savant again. I think we're going to do Philosopher, though. I don't think we want to... Maybe not be too cute about it. Yeah. Not much we need to do with the setup. We just got to remember everybody's going to get false info. Clockmaker's going to get anything but a 1. Yeah. Yeah, not a ton to get done here. So let's get going.
How did your Survivor thing go?
It was good. It was really fun.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All positive comments. There are definitely things I'm going to change differently for next year just to get more people involved. But I think overall it went pretty well.
I will not miss this fucking job.
Yeah, Mina ran like a Survivor thing at Final 3 Con.
You guys had a Fishback from,
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like I've only watched like maybe 3 or 4 seasons of Survivor, but his was one of the ones that I've seen.
So what I think...
Sorry, I had a real quick side thing that Steven Fishbach stopped me and because he recognized me and said hi. I don't even watch Survivor.
That is cool.
I'm like, I don't even watch Survivor. My mom will be happy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a thing.
It was cool. I think next year I'm going to incorporate them a little bit more. There was a lot happening.
I
like,
didn't actually send my thing.
And stuff about like planning of the game. What I wanted to do was have each of them like guest hosts for a round, but that didn't work in this round. And I think next time around I'm going to do that. But otherwise, I think it went pretty well. And the participation of Survivor players is like a brag that I can do with like people who like I've played other games with. I was like, yeah, you've hosted a game, but was Fishback there?
Yeah. So Steven Fishbach, if you do watch this, I think you might only know me from my interviews, but hi, appreciate you stopping and say hi.
But Fishback is one of the more memorable.
Jeremy picked Robert.
I don't know. They were all great. Dwight and Emily are also awesome. I know that Fishback's kind of like an older player that people recognize, but all of them are amazing.
Yeah, I think Fishback does need some sort of relief after this season, Becky. Yikes.
I like this season.
I'm not biggest fan of because of the way things are going down.
Okay, I'm gonna mute that real quick. All right, we'll get our witch pick. We'll get our Cerenovus choice. No, sorry, Clockmaker will probably just give it 2. I mean, Jeremy always gets Witch Cursed. Witch Curse and the Stink Charmer is not too bad. We need to wait for Lynn. Always like to make sure somebody knows that they're Cerenovus Curse before, or Cerenovus pick before, before choosing whether or not they want to use their ability. Oh, excuse me. Alright, well, Lynn's making herself mad as a sweetheart. Fair enough. I will say this character selected you, Serenovus, and Sweetheart. Sure. Clockmaker. I mean, yeah, like probably just give it 2. I mean, we give a 3. I mean, I don't know if it really helps much one way or another, or if it's going to make that big of a difference. Maybe we'll do a 3. Sure, let's do a 3. Now, technically, that is one ability that worked abnormally. That's important for a mathematician. Seamstress, see if he wants to use his ability. If I had to guess, he'll hold on to it. But maybe not. We'll see. There's not a lot of starting info. Yeah, Manny's holding on to it. So, yeah, I think I think it makes sense to give Matthew just a 0, I think. The correct answer is 1. Yeah, and that's our night 1.
Amazing show. Like, they have to win. Because,
The coolest
And of
thing I've
course it
ever
is.
seen in figure skating. It was a woman who was already disqualified from the Olympics. Like, because
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
she had stumbled, so she wasn't gonna win. She wasn't gonna make the podium,
Yeah.
no matter what. So she was just like, "Fuck it, I'll just do a backflip. I know it's bad, but I'm not winning anyway." And it's one of the most athletic things
Yeah.
I've seen in
That
my
was
life. And it was amazing.
Surya Bonali. From
That's her name.
France. They
Good
actually just-
morning,
I was
town.
blanking on her name.
They actually
Rise
just
and shine.
unbanned that move. And
Look.
I think an American
Sideways
fan
again.
did it recently.
Welcome to Sex and Violets. Y'all know the drill. I'll give you about 4 or 5 minutes. Good luck.
Yeah, they just unbanned the back. The
Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm going to throw a bit of a wrinkle. I will give you an honest claim, but I'm going to give you a 2 of sorts.
Okay.
Okay. I am either the savant, or the philosopher who chose savant, or the philosopher who wants to have people think that I'm the savant or chose savant.
Okay. All right. I'm the sweetheart. This is
Okay.
potentially very dangerous. So
Well, let's not kill you.
I don't know if we think it's a Vortox, I might be okay to die. But if at the same time,
Well, guess who's here? It's Sam. Would you
It's
like
Sam.
to talk to Sam?
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Bye. Yeah, you're never going to believe it, but I'm going to bluff Savant.
Surprise.
I'll back into something else once I get the bluffs.
Sounds good.
But I
Yeah.
mean, as the pit hag, I'll just I don't know.
You just make yourself the savant if it's available.
Yeah, and then get that sweet info.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Sam.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah. It's a it's going to be a Vortox game. So we'll see
Yeah.
what people.
Yeah, so I can just say whatever I want. That is helpful. All right, so it's
Yeah.
what Dreamer and Flower Girl. In case I get talking to the others, I will.
Yeah. Feel free. to
And you're
pass-
taking
pass it.
Philo, and
I'm thinking I'm going to tell people I went Philosopher Savant. But I might back
I don't know
into
why I
saying
keep
I
turning
went Savant or
sideways.
something like that.
okay, that sounds good.
In which
Bye.
case, can I bluff with you for a bit, Sam, please?
Sure.
Bye.
So, yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Another demon game for
yeah.
you.
Yeah, another evil token. I was
Yeah.
just talking about it with the town. I was like, well, I've been evil a lot tonight. It's been pretty rough. And then the token, the Vortox, spun around. I was like, well, here I go. I'm taking the Philosopher bluff. I think at this stage, unless plans change, I'm going to just tell people I went Savant, but pretend that I actually went Sage. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. I'm just pretending to get some information from you right now.
I love giving Philo as a bluff.
It's great.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck.
So
Yeah.
I will make use of those very real statements.
Good. All right.
All right. See ya.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I mean, you may have heard. I'm bluffing a thing.
Yep. Well, look over here as if I was reading some statements and saying some nonsense and blah blah blah.
Okay, I'm definitely not going to make anything up this game. Just so you know. Okay, thank you.
All right. Good luck.
Vortox. So, are there no
Yeah,
dashes?
sure has.
Oh, lovely. Okay,
I'm the
great.
Vortox.
Right. Do you want to be the Vortox, or do you want to be something that we can, won't get discovered in 2 days?
It's way too early in the game for me to really have an answer for that.
Yeah.
Like maybe if we circle back around tomorrow.
Is one of my three.
Flower Girl, Town Crier, Math could be Oracle.
Yeah. Yeah. You said you were the Oracle, Jeremy.
Could be. I'm just saying what they are. Yeah. I'm just saying what yes or no. Yeah. It could be Juggler as well. Juggler. Clockmaker.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey,
Hello. What's up?
Sorry, I wanted to get you early, but you were talking.
Oh, you're all right.
I'm going to ask you: are any of Clockmaker, Dreamer, or Snake Charmer not in the game?
Are any of Clockmaker, Dreamer, or Snake Charmer not in the game?
Yeah, like not like they're not as like nobody actually has those roles.
Right. You learn no.
No. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Good luck.
So
All right.
now I'm upside down. Does that help everybody?
There you are.
So much better.
Welcome back. Nominations are open. Not everybody at once. Manny.
I'll juggle myself as the juggler, Robert as the philosopher, Blake as the town crier, Mina as the mathematician, and Matt R as the oracle.
Okay. Heard. Robert.
I will juggle myself as the juggler, and that's it.
Heard. Jeremy.
I'll juggle myself as the juggler, Matt R as the seamstress, Manny as the artist, Blake as the snake charmer, and Satan herself as the mathematician.
Heard. Lewis.
In honor of Brendan, I would just like to claim juggler, please.
Heard. Me and Brendan got a Legion game, a win together at the con. I was very happy with that.
That's awesome.
Anyway, Brody.
I would like to juggle Sam as Brendan. Wait,
Sure.
shit, that's not in the game. I would like to juggle Lynn, Connor, Matt R as Pit Hag, and Lewis and Ned as Serenovus.
All right, heard. Mina.
I would like to juggle Lynn as all four demons.
Of course.
Heard. Second call for nominations.
No one's heard of twins.
No.
No, but maybe it's like mutant twins and they're quiet.
They can join.
Oh, that'd be awful.
Lewis nominates. I don't know. Manny.
Lewis nominates Manny. State your case.
Just getting the ball rolling here. Town Crier is actually on this script. Vortox is on this script. Flower Girl is on this script. Plenty of reasons to just throw a nomination out. I don't know anything about Manny. Chances are he could be on the evil team. There's 4 evils, so he could be one of them.
All right, Manny.
Not the worst kill, not the best kill. That's all I got.
All right. Jordy is 7. Six is not enough. Somebody's echoing a little bit.
You're a bunch of static, but
Manny will nominate Satan herself.
Manny nominates Satan herself. State your case.
Mostly trying to see if I've guessed her character correctly here.
All right, Satan herself.
Intriguing. No. I'll give you that. Apologies.
Majority still 7.
I said
2 is not enough.
we can chat about it tomorrow.
Did you think she was the virgin?
It doesn't exist on the script, yeah. No, that would. No.
I'll nominate myself.
As soon as I can find it. Ned nominates Ned. State your case.
I'm the clockmaker, so if you need some fodder, cannon fodder for the Vortox, then I'm your best bet.
I like this.
All right, still need 7.
At least I think this is good.
Probably fine.
8
Are
is
you willing
enough.
to share the number?
What?
Are you willing to share what number you received?
Come ask me.
Chat tomorrow.
All right, any more nominations? Count from 10. 5. Ned has been executed and dies. The game continues. Good night.
Wait.
Right. All right, well, get Jeremy here. Mina. And then Lynn. Jeremy picks Brody. Okay. We're free and clear there. All right, which curse Manny? Serenova's picking Lynn and Sweetheart. Okay, I feel like it's risking a base 0 game, but you know, that's what she wants to do, so. Cool. Alright, then we'll do our pit hag, see what happens. Turning Jeremy into the klutz, because of course. Oh, I want to send klutz. Okay. Did the wrong thing. Here we go. Klutz. Like, you are klutz. Alright. Get our kill. Here's hoping Lewis kills him as was agreed. Indeed. We're going to get a klutz pick tomorrow. Town Crier. Lewis, Manny, and Ned nominated. So the answer should be a no, so Satan herself's going to get a yes. So let's go ahead and send that. Oracle should be 0, so it's going to learn a 1. Seamstress, would you like to use your ability? Juggler, correct answer is a 1, so it's going to learn a 0. Let's put down some abnormal tokens. Manny's holding on to it. Oracle ability worked abnormally. Town Crier, Oracle. Juggler is going to learn abnormal information. So Juggler, we're going to show 0. That's false. Samantha, we're just going to keep showing a 0. I think we're good to go.
Sean, you there?
I am.
What time's that next job at?
Brody, you. All right, good morning, town.
Eavesdropping.
Rise and shine. Jeremy died in the night. There are 11 players live. About 3 or 4 minutes.
Jeremy claims Klutz and
Oh.
chooses
No.
Robert.
Jeremy claims Klutz and chooses Robert.
Jeremy, if you were actually the Klutz,
Sorry, the game continues.
Okay.
About 3 or 4 minutes.
I was.
What up?
So just confirming that was on Lynn, Connor, Matt R as Pit Hag with Lewis, Ned as Serenovus.
I cannot confirm your picks for you, unfortunately. Ooh, lots of noise.
Ignore the so.
Yeah,
The number 0, I can make assumptions from that. I'll just trust that my notes from before were right. Cool.
All right, cool. Good luck.
All right. Cheers. Bye.
Yeah, it's a little too strong to like confirm what, because the whole point of SV2 is that it's an overload of information. People need to remember lots of things. So I can't, go back and be like, oh yeah, this who you juggled. If anybody was wondering about that kind of thing.
Likes to play with you.
I was just kidding, mostly.
Okay.
But I always attack Lynn, and I'm pretty sure she hates it. But now at this point, it's been a thing. I can't just not.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I guessed her as all 4 demons, juggled her as all
Yeah.
4 demons. So that's all I need to do. It's just I need to do one thing each round.
Yeah.
But
Just
to
a
be fair,
little.
when we were playing in person,
I'll have to chat with him. I enjoy chatting with Robert when he's doing shenanigans.
Yeah, he's doing something cryptic. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe Sage or something. I don't know.
The other bluffs are Flower Girl, Dreamer. I didn't get a chance to tell Connor them when we were
Flower
scheming.
Girl or Dreamer. Okay, I'll see. If I can...
Nina, I think, was planning on going on with something else, but I think she might back onto one of them. So maybe chat with her. Want to compare notes, but
Sounds good.
But you told me sweetheart, and I told you.
I am a sweetheart.
All right.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
keep my bluff up. All right. See you later.
One of them's not.
Well, Ned's claiming Clock Tower, so I think we can rule.
So yeah, it's just is there a Dreamer Snake? Obviously, Dreamer Snake Charmer's not going to come out, but
Right. Well, you only need one of them to be in play to get a no.
Hello. It's one of those moments where I clicked away right when I realized you're about to do a bluff. I was like, helping me.
Yeah, I'm gonna also grab some information from you. That's totally real.
Yeah.
Levels upon levels, right? I'm
Yeah.
playing.
What's the plan?
I don't know. I'm on a website. I might have brought this up before, savant.thegrim.gg, and I'm just picking random ones to go with. At some point, I'll start sharing them with people. I've only spoken with evil players, though. I've spoken to every minion. I haven't spoken to any goods. So
Fantastic. All right. Well, you spoken to me.
Yeah, but you're above. You're beyond good or evil.
That tracks. That tracks. All right, good.
Ingu that jumped the one outsider, which seems odd.
Okay, yeah, I'll put that down.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my Savant info.
Yep, thank you.
So
Hello.
day one, I went with longest line of townsfolk is 4, or Shigenja clockwise. I think day 2.
I do usually don't explicitly mention other character names. I'll just say like what the information
well,
is.
that's gonna get me. But as long as I'm not
it's
leaving it wrong.
yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I won't contradict it if anybody asks, but
Sure.
But yeah.
Okay. Helpful.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
Cool. Yeah.
I almost got double donged there.
Yeah, same.
All
That's
right.
fantastic.
Welcome back. Well, I'll be right back.
So sorry.
That's all right. It's all part of the game. I'm just looking over here as if I was reading off some things and stuff. And yeah.
I am getting Vortox vibes. I can't lie.
All right. Anyway, nominations are open. Brody, go ahead.
I would like to cannibal juggle. I'm just kidding. So I am the juggler. I had juggled Lynn, Matt R, and Connor as the pit hag, Ned and Lewis as the Serenovis. I got 0. I've heard of a town crier, yes, between Manny, Ned, and Lewis. Assuming that, I don't know if Lewis is a minion that isn't the Serenovis, but it could be pointing at Manny.
Manny?
Has anyone heard of a dreamer? I don't need to know who they are or what their information is.
I have
Just
not.
curious if they're in the game.
I have not.
No.
I'd also like to kill Blake today, for what it's worth.
Why?
No.
I get
Although
bad
Blake
vibe from Blake.
Quiet, but I don't.
You say that every game.
Well, you wouldn't hard claim to me, and then you gave me a 2, which
Yeah,
those two
because
would
there's a
hard
world
claim
of Fang. There's a world of Fangu jump. Vigo killed minion.
It
I'll
can't
nominate
be
Blake.
This isn't.
named Klutz.
All right. Robert nominates Blake. State your case.
Jeremy, who is unimpeachable
Robert, you're
and
muted.
has verified.
Robert is not muted.
I can hear Robert.
Okay.
Yeah. If you can't hear Robert, you might want to refresh.
Yeah, because I mean, we'd hate for anyone to miss this.
I'd like you to
so
restart,
I'm glad
Robert,
you're here for
with that
this.
first
It'll be
part.
Great. We're all breath baited for me to spit out the nomination, and I will now. So Jeremy does not trust Blake. Jeremy is confirming me as good. I think he heroically chose me to once again get his odds of good klutz picks up. So he's great. I'm very, very good. And we're after Blake. And I've heard a clockmaker number that if Manny is a minion, where Brody hinted at, Blake would be, a possible demon.
All right, Blake.
No, I'm good. I'm a helpful role. This is one of the scripts where you cannot necessarily trust the first player dead because there is a Vigo, there's Fangu jump. I did not tell you the truth, Jeremy, and that is why. I'm good. I've hard claimed to at least one player.
All right. Majority is 6.
Blake sounds,
Does sound good, doesn't he?
especially compared to the first game, he does.
Correct.
I mean, if you're backing down, Jeremy, I'm still with it.
3 is not enough.
Vote, so.
Brody will nominate Manny.
Brody nominates Manny. State your case.
So, assuming that the town crier is legit, it would be between Manny and Lewis for who that minion is. If we're to trust Jeremy, we at the bare minimum know that it is not a Fangu game. Unless other outsiders want to come out and say that Jeremy's full of beans, but that's not my business. But I'm going with the fact that my juggle seems to clear Lewis and the other people I juggled, while Manny remains in that town crier, yes.
All
It
right.
doesn't clear, but this is
Yeah.
still a good.
Manny?
Yeah, your juggle doesn't clear Lewis. It just clears Lewis of being the Cerenovus.
Fair point.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Majority still 6.
I don't think this is a good.
I think maybe get the minimum on this.
If
Yeah,
Manny
I think
is
Min
what he
is fine here.
claimed, I do think this is a fine kill regardless.
7 is enough. Manny's about to die.
Manny nominates Lewis.
Manny nominates Lewis. Manny dies. State your case.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Case stated.
Okay.
All right. Lewis?
I believe Manny's probably good now.
Amazingly, I agree.
We should get 8 on this. We should get 8 on this.
7 to tie.
Absolutely get 8 on this.
8 to
Jed should be
execute.
willing to use votes.
Why aren't more living people voting on this?
Yeah, please vote on this. What are you all doing? What was that?
6 is not enough. Lewis is safe for today.
Good. I love knowing Lewis is evil. Good stuff.
So Lewis,
I'm not evil.
I'm wondering
You
why.
didn't vote for that.
Wait, if the clockmaker number is
All right.
3, Lewis is now a minion. Lynn, Mina, and Connor did not vote. Lynn is 3 away from Lewis. I would throw all of my weight behind
I
nominating.
am fine nominating Lynn.
All right.
I nominate Lynn.
Hold on. Manny had his hand up, so Manny, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to throw out the possibility that the town crier information is coming from an evil player. I don't know where it's coming from, but that's a possibility too. I don't think
Also
we're in a
possible. Also possible, but it leads a lead.
All right. Satan
is there
yourself.
actually a real temper, or is there just someone saying they are?
Satan, go ahead.
I'm nominate Lynn.
All right. State your case.
I think that we are wasting an execution on Manny either way. I think it's unbelievable that people did not decide to go up for Lewis on that, and the people who did not vote for Lewis on that, I think are heavily suspect, personally. I know where the town crier information is coming from because it's mine. So I'm just gonna come out and say that. So if you want to kill me, or I can stay alive. Don't care.
All right. Lynn?
I'm the sweetheart. I think this is okay. Just keep in mind, someone's gonna be drunk. That's all. I'm okay with this.
All right. 7 to tie. 8 to execute.
Lynn's not the
Murder!
sweetheart.
Can't get 8 on it.
Lynn can't be the sweetheart.
Do we have 8 alive good players?
You cannot tie on this. Okay, cool.
8 is enough. Lewis, or not Lewis. Manny. Manny was about to die. Again. Lynn is about to die.
Sorry, Manny. It's good information that you which died.
Any more nominations?
Okay.
Sometimes a public explosion is better than actual information.
Count from 10.
I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try and lift this because I don't want to be
5.
trying to panic. But the social
2.
sort of Satan herself here feel a bit off.
Lynn
You try and
has
flip
been
on this?
executed and dies. The game continues. Good
The
night.
thing is, Lynn couldn't have been the sweetheart because we started at a base 0. I was pit
All right.
into the clutch.
Yeah, this is
starting Fengu
looking
extra.
I am the sweetheart, Jimmy.
Yeah, Lynn and Jeremy are now in diametric opposition.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm okay.
Which I think is good for both of them to be dead in this case. Sorry if Lynn, you were actually at the sweetheart.
I am.
I don't-
It's fine. It's fine.
I actually think
I just want you to keep in mind that someone's gonna be drunk. That's all.
You think what, Manny?
Get our witch curse. We get our pit
I'm saying,
hagging.
like if Lynn is telling the truth, then Jeremy
I-
is the Fengu that jumped to Lynn.
I think if I'm the pit hag, I'm probably turning Mina or myself into a demon. But witch cursing Brody.
Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. So that 100% clears me actually with Lynn claiming sweetheart.
I don't know that clears you. I guess the
100
two of you would be evil together.
Jeremy would have to be a
100%
creative Fangu for
Yeah.
him to be evil.
Pretty unlikely.
Again, if I'm the Fangu, the only person I can jump to would be Lynn.
Even if it was creative.
Well, unless you coordinate with Pet Hag.
Sure.
Or Lynn could. I mean, there's a world where Lynn's a minion and you're a Fangu.
You jump to someone.
Oh, we're turning Robert into the evil twin. Okay. So we get to think about this. So, evil aligned twin candidates are Mina or Connor. I mean, probably we just do Connor. Yeah, I think Connor's probably going to be the best bet. Yeah. So we'll say you are good, evil twin. This player is Pit Hag. We'll wake up Connor and we'll say this character selected you. Evil twin. Player Robert. And there we go. And we'll get our demon kill. Excellent. Did a minion nominate? Robert doesn't count because he wasn't a minion at the time. Brody's on minion, Manny, Satan herself. So minion still didn't nominate. Killing Brody. Cool. All right.
So it is just Witch, Pit Hag, and Sarah Novus too, huh?
Yep.
Let's see, who Pit Hag's
I'm actually thinking we had it Bane on the money with Lewis being the demon.
That's
So-
contradictory to the town crier information is the problem.
Town Crier still going to learn a yes.
I mean, we could have a Nodashi.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the correct answer is
It's
no.
not impossible that it's not a Vortox and it's still messing with information somewhere.
And
if Mina is the Nodashi.
Going dark for a second.
I have
Well, if Mina was the Nodashi, it wouldn't be
information that might.
correct answer is 1, so we should probably jump it up to a 2.
Yeah. Have we ruled out Vortox? Does anybody know?
No.
I don't think we have.
I think it could be Vortox.
Could be.
So it's 2
If it's Vortox, that's
abnormal.
important to know.
So I think we give the mathematician 1.
Well, also then, if it's Vortox and we trust Brody, one of his juggles was correct.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of what Brady and I were talking about yesterday.
What were his juggles?
Sure.
A bunch of people is evil.
Oh, I forget who exactly. I know Lynn was included as a Sarah Novus, and
Lewis as a witch.
Lewis
I
was
think.
included as no,
All
as a. Oh no, Lynn was included as a Pit Hag. Lewis was included as a Sarah Novus. That was what it was.
Good morning, town. Brody died in the night. There are 8 players alive. Give you about 3 minutes.
Take off. I have important information. I was pit hagged into the good evil twin and learned that Connor is the pit hag.
This is
That
false.
feels
Robert is my
actually-
evil twin. I'm the savant.
I'm also Klutz cleared, so
This has never been a lie ever, so this is clearly believable.
So I think I was killed because I was Bane on to some extent.
Oh, wait. So Robert is the good evil twin,
yep.
and
And I
Connor
learned
is the
Connor
pit
is the
hag.
pit hag, and I think we should kill the pit hag.
That sounds like fake news to me.
Yeah, I would agree.
Just to play devil's advocate a little bit. Jeremy Klutz cleared Robert.
That assumes
The
that Jeremy
only
isn't
way
the
for
bigger killed
Robert to
minion.
be like the evil twin is if Jeremy is the Fangu, which I think Connor would still have to be the pit hag for that.
And Brody, did you include Connor in your pit hag guess as the juggler?
Yes, I did.
Yep. Okay, so I believe it is a Vortox game in that case.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a yes
Yep.
last night, which supports that argument because the only 4 people who nominated were myself, Robert, Manny, and Brody. Lamau.
Yeah,
should
and
still
I'll come. My mathematician number changed, bro. I was 001. I think it's trying to frame that Lynn is the sweetheart, which I don't believe.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am a sweetheart.
So
Hey.
Oh, so how do you think it's going now?
It's rough as hell.
Well, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just grabbing. I haven't even been like typing it. I've got some fake info, but I don't really have 3 days worth. I've got 2. I'll have to come up with something else. But yeah,
Well,
it'll be alright.
The good news is right about now is the time that S&V would normally start. So
Yes.
so that may end up happening.
Now people are talking about gunning after Connor, and they'll leave me alone for a bit. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the info. Anyway, that was very useful.
Good luck.
And I got a no. So that means that they would all be in the game in
Oh,
a non-Vortex game. And
Yeah.
I know there's a Snake Charmer. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be, but it sounds like Snake Charmer and Clockmaker are in the game and Dreamer's not. If it's a Vortex, otherwise, I'm not going to out Dreamer, but
Yeah.
And I still should trust Robert because I volunteered to Robert and Jeremy because I said I'm an artist. You can kill me day one, and neither of them went after me, which I think Evil might as an easy way to kill me, to get get an easy kill, but.
Yeah. I'm the Oracle. I had a 1 the night it was Jeremy and Ned, and then a 2 last night.
So it's probably just a 1 if it's a
supports,
Vortox.
Yeah, Vortox, unless
Welcome back. Nominations are open. Brody, go ahead.
So I'm gonna meta the shit out of Lynn right now. This is a base 0 outsider game. Lynn could have only been the sweetheart if it was a Fangu game. I have never seen Lynn be an outsider in a Fangu game and not immediately advocate for her own death. So I think Lynn's evil here. That alone makes me trust Jeremy's claim.
That is a dangerous meta to get yourself
good.
into.
All right, Robert.
I would like to nominate Connor.
Excuse me. Robert nominates Connor. State your case.
So I'm not making up the evil twin thing. I if that happened before, I'll be serious. I don't even know what happened to Manny in that one game, so maybe that's what was happening in that game. But I lost the point well before that.
Yeah.
Even in a Vortox game, I am a minion, but good. So I would actually learn true information. So I think we should just take the pit hag off the board, and the Clockmaker 3 isn't real.
Right.
All right, Connor.
I need to remember that. Jeremy did good.
You can go for it, but I mean, Jeremy's pretty clearly a Vigor killed minion. He's picked Robert, who's evil, and I'm pretty sure Lynn is Sarah Novus mad. I don't know why nobody is talking about this. You're all being like, well, she's just lying, but I feel like you're ignoring that there's a Sarah Novus somewhere, guys. You can kill me. It won't do anything.
I'm still the sweetheart.
All right, majority's 4.
Yeah, Sarah could be messing with this, I think is a fair point, but I also think that there's so much information dogpiling Connor that there's no reason not to do this.
I'm so
Sam?
happy to lose this way.
Sam, I've got a question.
6 is enough. Jeremy, go ahead.
If Robert is the good evil twin and his evil counterpart is killed, then do we win? Does the good team win if that adds up?
So the
Demons
way
still have
twin
to
pairs
die.
work, if the good aligned, if I understand the question correctly, if the good
Okay, yeah,
aligned
yep, I got
The
it.
twin,
evil twin, by the
yeah.
way, always needs a twin. So
Yeah, so I was gonna say,
Yeah.
does then Robert, if Robert is the good evil twin, get a new twin if we kill his evil twin?
No.
Okay.
No. All right. Any more questions about that? Because I know it's a lot of people apparently earlier in the playtesting of this game pushed for the evil twin to be called like doppelganger or something, precisely for this confusion. Because the possibility of having a good aligned evil twin, but for whatever reason they didn't like that. So anyway, any more nominations?
I would not nominate. I think this is a really good outcome here today.
We'll count from 10.
I
5.
think the only way for this to be a bad kill is if Jeremy played a fucking blinder.
Connor
Jeremy
has been executed and dies. The game continues. Good night.
That makes sense.
And it
This
didn't
is
continue to an exciting conclusion.
is what it
I'm
is.
not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping to lose there.
That'd be funny. That would be really funny. Really would.
All right, Town Crier. The correct answer is now yes. So she'll start learning a no. Makes sense. Which curse, Robert? Maybe showing which would have been more helpful to evil. Yeah. In hindsight, yeah, but Yeah, it is what it is. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and get Lewis's kill. Oracle right now is set to learn a 2 would be the correct answer. Oh, interesting. Lewis killed Robert, which probably makes sense, but I think Mina and Lewis confused because Mina was trying to curse a witch curse to Robert. But it's fine. I don't think it's going to make a difference, to be honest. All right,
So as the snake
Oracle.
charmer, I chose Robert and then Brody. So when I was changed into a klutz, I was definitely picking one of them, but I couldn't risk picking Brody.
Guess we'll show an Oracle of
losing
3.
again, since that was the trend that started the whole Jeremy's a bad klutz thing.
Certain yourself learns no.
I feel like no matter the outcome, that was a redemption, and I love it.
Blake learns 3.
Understandable. Robert's always a safe choice.
Did
Matthew,
anyone else
whatever. I'll
know
just
that
show
you
a
chose Brody?
0.
Like up before now.
Just Robert and Brody. Yeah, I didn't tell anybody else. I don't think.
Just yeah, Brody was a very interesting death the night that he died because of,
I'm
he's
back.
already used his ability.
Who's joining me in the land of corpses?
Well, good morning.
We're about to find out, I
Robert
think.
died in the night. 6 players alive. Give you about 2 minutes.
All right, if we didn't think it was a Vortox game before, it is now confirmed because I got a no last night on only Robert nominating, who is categorically a minion. Yay!
And I got a 0, so woohoo.
Question: are you the artist? Are you just evil?
Yeah.
What's the plan?
I asked the question you told me to ask.
What'd you ask? Oh yeah.
Ask,
What'd
are
you get?
any of Clockmaker, Dreamer, and Snaker Charmer not in the game? And I got no. I think Clockmaker and Snake Charmer are in the game. I think Dreamer's not. I think it's a Vortox.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
All right. Look, That obviously that question was game solving, and you made a righteous choice coming to me for it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was already on that train, but yeah, wild. Anyways, I really think
So
we have
so I
two
think
evils
maybe
down.
Matt R would be a good shout.
Could be
as
Matt
Demon.
R. We should find out what he asked as the artist and what Matthew got last
Yeah,
night.
I'll
And
look
what
him up.
Lewis and what are Lewis and Mina claiming? Do you know?
Lewis, I think, is claiming Savant, maybe, or Philo.
I don't know.
Well, he has to be Vortox.
I'm the snake charmer. I'm very confused how you're the snake charmer.
You're not the snake charmer.
I am the snake charmer. And I'm not quite
Mina?
sure if there was like something that happened or what. I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm the snake charmer and I was trying to become evil and I haven't.
Chat with her, so that's just where I'm at.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm just feeling that because she was pushing on me earlier in the
Yeah,
game. you know?
exactly. I don't know her. Yeah, I don't think I've played where she's evil, but she's like trying to build a world really hard, which makes me more think she's good. But
Yeah,
I don't-
but that's something an evil player could do, like to try
exactly.
to like
Yeah,
direct executions.
for sure.
But, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
It's all right.
Welcome back, town. Nominations are open. Brody, go ahead.
Here's my world. Lewis, Demon, Mina, Minion, Lynn, Minion, Connor, Minion. Clockmaker number should have been a 1, but it's a Vortox game, so it ended up being a 3. Connor is demonstrably the Pit Hag. That explains my Juggler 0 on Connor as Pit Hag. It also explains Satan getting a Town Crier yes on people who are pretty much demonstrably not minions at this point. I think we need to kill Lewis. And if the game doesn't end with Lewis, we need to kill Mina.
Yeah, I agree. With vote,
why-
that also makes sense.
Manny.
Why not Meta?
Hold on, Manny's got his hand up.
I was just saying, I agree with all of that, but I would rather start with Mina and then with Lewis. There's more worlds for Minas the Demon than...
Equally valid.
Jeremy?
Mina is hard double claiming my original role, and I know we still have a Serenovus alive, so I think Mina's probably less likely to be the demon here.
Lewis?
Yeah, can I nominate Meta?
Lewis nominates Madar. State your case.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know where the me demon worlds are coming from at this stage. I don't tend to agree with a lot of that. Like Connor, like I definitely believe is the Pit Hag. Lynn's probably evil. Jeremy, look, I'm happy to believe. Mina's probably evil as well. I'm just going by living players I don't know anything about. Satan herself, I was reading as evil earlier, but like we haven't chatted, and maybe I'm just sort of feeling because you were pushing hard on me earlier in the game. Matt, I don't know anything about, so I would like to find out more about you and kill you if you're evil.
All right, Madar.
I'm the artist. I told Jeremy, and he suggested a question, and I asked it right away. I
heroically suggested a question. Thank you.
And I think my answer indicates it's a Vortox game, which I think everybody else agrees with. And if we want to kill me, that's fine. I don't mind nominating because I would rather me die to a witch than other people that get information. But yeah, I mean, I don't exactly know what the Mina and Lewis things. I think it's more social, but maybe it's the Clockmaker stuff too. But there's nothing really clear to me, so if you need to kill me, do it.
All right, majority is 3.
I am more than happy to explain why I thought you were evil day 1 and still do. Lewis, if you'd like.
One's not enough.
More than happy.
I would love to hear it because
Yeah,
I honestly, with my understanding of the Grim, I didn't see it.
Okay.
Like, now it's a
I'll
Vortox
nominate
game,
Lewis and I'll
definitely,
explain it.
All right. Satan herself nominates Lewis. state your case.
All right. So reason. First day, I'm the town crier. Well, actually, second day, I'm the town crier. I get a guess between Manny, Lewis, and Ned. Ned is dead at that point. Manny nominates Lewis and dies by witch. It is highly, highly unlikely that either one of them are the minion. Therefore, with that information being public, it makes a lot of sense to kill Lewis. Almost everyone votes for Lewis, except for specifically Lynn and Mina. This really points to specifically an evil team. Also, Lewis social reads just as well. And also, Clockmaker information being wrong works with this really well as well.
All right, Lewis?
I don't agree that it made sense to vote for me on the first day. That felt like it was coming out of
Second.
It wasn't. Oh, the second day. Sorry, yeah. The town crier information, like at that time, like felt like it was coming out of nowhere. I know that was you, and you said that later, but yeah, I don't necessarily agree it made sense. Let's just get me out of the way. I'm the philosopher. I went sage. I've been pretending to go savant to draw a demon kill, but it looks like I'm the frame instead. Yeah, look, if I survive, I'll nominate again tomorrow just in case the witch, picks me. But yeah, if I'm actually evil for the third game in a row, then I'm having a rough time.
Sorry, bud.
Can I add pertinent to this?
Majority is 3. You can say whatever during the vote.
Everything Satan said was right, but Connor also didn't vote for Lewis. And
No, you're right. I forgot
How
about
many
that.
votes here?
Yep.
Never mind.
No, the vote math was just so incredibly incriminating. There's no way. There's actually no way.
5 is enough. Lewis is about to die.
I'm glad you were also flower girling as well as town criering, Satan, because I was not.
Any more
okay?
nominations?
It's
Manny,
not like
what were,
no way, but it's pretty bad.
what were you, Manny?
Seamstress, I didn't use it.
Count from 10.
Only Blake
5.
this week, I think.
1. Lewis has been executed and dies. And sorry, Lewis, but the game is over.
Yeah.
And and the good team has won.
That's S&V for you.
Yeah, it's been a rough night in general for Evil for sure, as Lewis can attest.
Yes.
Lewis, Lewis was your Vortox. I'll just go around the circle. Matt was your artist. He asked if 3 particular roles was, if any of them were not in play. At least one of them was, because of Vortox. He learned to know. Should have been a yes. Matthew, Mathematician, learned some junk info. Brody Juggler should have learned a 1 because of Connor the Pit Hag, but because of Vortox learned a 0. Ned Clockmaker learned a 3 instead of a 1. Manny Seamstress didn't get to use it. Robert, now the evil twin, originally the Seamstress. The only thing I would have done differently in this game is instead of showing Connor, showing Mina the witch. It probably would have got Mina killed, but at least you'd have a Pit Hag for a little bit. The outcome probably would have been the same in the end at that point, but what can you do? Blake Oracle learned a 1 after Jeremy died because of Vortox. Jeremy started as a Snake Charmer, became the Klutz. Saint herself was a Town Crier, and Lynn was a Serenovus who made herself mad as a Sweetheart. Your bluffs were Dreamer, Flower Girl, and Philosopher.
The demon kept killing my witch picks, and that was annoying.
Hey, Mina, did you pick me on the same night I died?
No,
Yeah.
I picked.
No, you did.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Yeah. Then I saw the message between you and Lewis last night. You told Lewis that you were going to pick.
I was going to pick Robert.
Wait, Robert.
Pick him, and then
And Lewis,
I woke up
you
and-
didn't say don't pick him. You said you were going to pick Robert, and Lewis said okay, and then Lewis killed Robert.
That's right, it was Brody.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
It was
I-
Manny was the one. That's right. Yeah, I did pick Brody. I was thinking it was Manny was the one, but no, Manny died.
Oh, maybe it was Manny.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, it was Brody. Yeah, never mind. You did Manny, then I think
my-
Brody,
my-
then Robert. Yeah.